that's really interesting, Patrick, and especially what you were saying, like the double whammy side of it as well, which leads me on nicely to my question is, from your experience growing up to where you are now, do you have any realization / reflection about racism and disableism?
Yeah, I mean, I reckon it's taken me a while to recognise that probably I'm neurodiverse, like all of us here, and the issue of being, the impact of racism on black people of colour is tremendous, especially in that period. I mean, it's always been there, we know that, and it's still there, but I think that naked, unashamedly racism, where you had that physical chastisement, where you were beaten by teachers, and you got beaten at home. I'm not quite sure which was the best beats, home or anyway, that's another story. But and the overt way that we were treated, it was in your face basically. And on top of that, in a place like Wolverhampton, where you had the National Front, they were operating in a town and on the outskirts, place like Wolverhampton, Dudley, all that kind of stuff. So there was lots of, we were living in neighbourhoods where we were fearful, either fearful of the police or fearful of these racists who would come deliberately into our neighbourhoods until they got a good beating, and then eventually they didn't bother us basically. But so that was a kind of it was a fear factor. I mean, if you compare that experience to America, it's like you can't compare America because they had that fear factor in America. But the difference is they were doing lynchings and racializing and having Confederate flags and monuments to remind you, to put you in your place. So it wasn't that as bad as America, but we had semblance of that here in the UK.